Good evening, you guys. I'm here to bring you guys a review of Love and Marriage DC, the reunion part, season one. Basically, to the point where everybody's brought front and center. Ash, we start off with Chris and his wife. Basically, to the point where they're letting us know that they came to the show to basically work on their marriage issues. Monique was to the point where she basically letting everybody know that her and Chris did have some issues while they were filming. Carlos asked them whether or not they regret actually coming to the show, and basically Monique says no, she doesn't regret it. Chris also lets us know that he doesn't regret it either. He said he basically saw himself when he played it back a lot of times. He saw all the vulnerabilities when it came to his relationship with Monique, and he basically seen what he needed to work on as far as their marriage is concerned. Basically, he says that right now they are in a better space now. He says that, there is a stigma in the black community as far as where husbands concerned. That as long as you're the breadwinner, as long as you're taking care of home, that's all you're supposed to do. He said he learned better and he's doing better. He basically knows that he has to take care of his wife emotionally as well. He says now he's making plans and strives to do that. He says that as a result of that, him and his wife are doing better. Also, went to the point where we introduced to Ashley and DJ Quick. Basically, they have been married for over 10 years. Basically, DJ Quick is a celebrity DJ. He lets us know that his profession as a DJ has really brought a lot of strains as far as their marriage is concerned. Ashley lets us know that she did marry him when she was really young. She was 21 when they got married. Carlos asked her whether or not she would do it all over again. She said no, she wouldn't do it at that age, but she probably would marry him later on in life. And the reason why she said that is because she would probably give herself more time to actually live and be single before she decided to tie herself down and be married. She basically lets us know that when she married him, she had to cut off a lot of things as far as things she wanted to do, considering she was very young in the beginning. She Carlos also asked her whether or not she think that she had to make any sacrifices to make his career blossom, and she said yes, she did make a lot of sacrifices to actually help his career blossom. Basically, it was to the point where they basically let us know that they are in a good space now. He also made a reference to when he went over to Jamaica to actually do a actual DJ. He said it was a normal day, just like anything he was wrapping up. And he said he saw some people that he really thought that were fans of his, but come to find out, they kept saying that, yeah, that's him, that's him. He was like, yeah, somebody finally recognized me from the show. He says basically it's one of the things where they basically said, "Oh yeah, that's Ashley's husband." When he said that, Ashley really laughed, and Carla was like, "Yeah." Now it's to the point where Ashley is front and center. It's always been DJ being in the spotlight. It's kind of new now that Ashley's in the spotlight, and I thought it was really really funny that they actually named him as Ashley's husband. In other words, like he's an afterthought. Irena and her husband Jamie are to the point where they've been married 26 years. They said the recipe is that they basically listen to each other, and most importantly, they work on their actual differences. The issue was brought up according to Twitter that they think allegedly that they think Jamie is being abusive towards Irena. Irena lets them know that no, he's not abusive to her at all. They were basically basing off of that scene where the actual Uranus being irate and she was back and forth with Winter. They were having a conversation. He said basically what he was trying to do was calm his wife down. And the only reason that he pulled her face to his was to let him know that she needed to calm down and basically listen to what he was trying to tell her. He said he didn't want it to be come off that people maybe think that he's abusive when he's not. He said that's not who he is and it's not what he want to be portrayed as. He said him and his wife are, guilty of having issues and most importantly arguing. Basically, people were telling him that he probably need to wait, to later to argue with his wife. He said no, he's human. There's nothing wrong with arguing with a person. Just a matter of how you handle it. Basically, one is brought out and she comes out with her fan throwing shade. She basically says that she's a friend of the show, which I thought was kind of cute and most importantly, shade at the same time. So Winter comes out as this season unfolds. Winter's basically the villain of the show. Everybody is to the point they always got an issue with her. Winter basically comes out and lets them know, from the gate that it is what it is. It seems like she's throwing most of her anger toward Ashley. But the thing is, she put Ashley and Rain in the same group. She called them the gutter Barbies. She said it's a term she used because they basically always try to go below the belt when they say things about people. When she said that, she means when they make reference to the fact that her and her husband are going through a actual divorce, and the things they say are really cutthroat and actual gutter. Basically, Winter is to the point where she, in my mind, feel like she can dish it out, but she can't take it. She's basically making accusations about Quick, saying that he actually may be cheating on Ashley. When she said that, Ashley went left. Quick was to the point he got very irate. He didn't like the fact that Ashley was saying that she had, receipts. She had da da da, and Carlos was like, "Well, if you got those type of things, and you know for sure or whatever, are you gonna reveal anything?" She was like, "No." So Ashley was like, "How you gonna say you got something on my husband, but you don't want to reveal what it is?" I think it's one of the things where I think in my mind, I think Ashley kind of got an inkling that maybe he might be doing something, but it's just the fact that Winter wants to bring it full circle and put it on blast for everybody to see and examine. I think she want to paint this picture like they got this picture perfect marriage, and I think that's not even what it is. Every relationship got flaws, but I think she really, really went overboard when Winter made the statement. Even though Winter hadn't really cared no details, she just said she knew some dirt, but she wasn't gonna reveal it. Anyway, she says that she had some dirt on Jamie as well. Urania gave her the side eye. She didn't really say much, but they didn't like the fact too. So Ashley counteracts and says, okay, Winter's been making this thing about now that she's divorced, in the middle of divorce from her ex-husband, that she's celibate. And basically what Ashley was saying, well, you going around here pretending like you Miss Goody Two Shoes, and we already know you and that man been having sex for years. And when they say that man, is I guess this guy that she's been dating, because we've never seen an actual guy that's been on the show, so I'm not real sure who they're speaking of. So I think it's one thing where they actually want to go tit for tat, like she's saying, you got something on my man, so I'm gonna put something on you. So at the end of the day, Winter and Ashley get into it, and they basically have a brawl, and it was not looking good. I thought it was really gonna come to the fact they was gonna lay hands on each other. Winter was to the point she didn't like the fact, like she told Ashley, she didn't like it wasn't what she said was her delivery. So they got back and forth about it, and they started talking about it, play on words. Basically, Ashley cussed back and said, "And it don't have nothing to do with delivery. You just mad because of what I said." And when I said what they said, it was a tweet that Ashley made about Winter's profession. Winter first came on the show was saying that she was actually a relationship coach. Then she counteracts and says, when asked by Carlos, that she's a minister. And he was like, it can't be both. Which one is it? She basically gets on there and rebuttals what Ashley tweeted, and basically told her that, you can't be on here trying to put a play on words of what I said and call me a liar when I'm not. So at the end of the day, uh, uh, it was thrown in there by Quick. He basically makes a side comment, like he was saying most hairdressers don't have their hair dressed and this and that. Basically, he was making reference, like he's saying, how you gonna be a relationship coach and can't even keep your own relationship together with your ex-husband, which I thought was real shady. And he basically was coming, for her jugular. Like he was saying, you gonna say something against me, I got something against you. And you could tell he was very irate, stuff that he was saying towards Ashley, not Ashley Winter. But Winter is to the point where she's shut down by Jamie. He basically tells Winter, he said, "You don't know anything about me. You barely know me." So I don't know if one thing where she really got something on these gentlemen, or she just saying that to maybe keep people guessing and maybe get them thinking. I don't know. But also they were to the point where, like ladies kept saying, they were saying they really weren't trying to be friends with Winter. They feel like Monique was trying to push the narrative on them. Like every time they came to something, an event or anything, look up Winter was there. So Winter was like, it wasn't the thing where I'm trying to push myself on anybody. I just was a friend of Monique, and I'm not to the point that I got to be friends with anybody. But I think it's one of the things where they kind of really want to, in Winter's eyes, they are the resident mean girls, and she really ain't checking for them like that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can agree to disagree. They ain't finna be friends. They tried it, it didn't work. But at the end of the day, Urana is to the point where she wants to she really not saying a whole lot, but you can tell by her facial expression that she's really over the things that Winter's saying. Like she's saying, if you ain't got no proof, you ain't gonna say it, just be quiet. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's one of the things was just like a back and forth type of thing. It's a he say, she say type of situation. You got to be to the point where you got to know what it is, and it is what it is. I think personally that Winter don't have nothing on these people. I think she's just saying this stuff to really get on their skin, because at the end of the day, she really ain't feeling the stuff they're saying, especially when it comes to her marriage. Because at the end of the day, she still is was still at the particular time was still going through her marriage, and you could tell it was really tough for her. Considering that it was about some infidelity, and then it was accusation that it was he was doing fraudulent acts. So they actually had a meeting on one of the episodes where they actually ambushed Winter and the husband showed up. So it's one of the things where they spoke, they talked, but they didn't really do any back and forth, which I thought was pretty grown up for them to do. But you could tell that she was really uncomfortable with him being in the room. She like he one of the things where she felt like he was gonna say something that she didn't want to be exposed, if that makes sense. But yeah, you can tell that these ladies are over Miss Winter. They ain't trying to hear what she got to say. They are tired, and most important, they trying to figure out when is we gonna move on to something else. But everybody's relationship being tested, but most importantly, the actual I ain't gonna say friendship, but the aura of Winter is being tested by these ladies because you can visibly see that Miss Ashley is not feeling Winter. Period. It was one of those things where they basically wanted her to just either be quiet, say what she had to say, or be quiet. In other words, don't throw out accusations, and you want to finna, come with it. Because at the end of the day, I was looking at my own edge of proceeding myself. Because I was like, she's saying she got some stuff, some dirt on them. Why she don't want to reveal it? That's the whole idea of reality TV. You trying to get people they got dirt, they gonna reveal it. It is what it is. That's what they're using for. To bring dirt, cause controversy, and ask the question that people want to hear. But Miss Winter done stirred up something, and it is what it is. Miss Ashley ain't feeling it. I want things one of those things where she really ain't trying to hear what Ashley got. I mean, what Winter got to say, because she feel like how can you have in other words, some a say about my marriage when you really couldn't control the narrative of your own marriage. It just is what it is. So I don't know if one thing where her marriage didn't work out, so she's trying to throw dirt on salt on their marriage. I don't know, but it's giving me a little. I'm giving her a little side eye because it is what it is. But Miss Winter has been saying from the beginning that she feels like you two gentlemen are cheaters. They're not who they perceive themselves to be. But yeah, you guys, this reunion was giving. It was what it was. Miss Winter did what she supposed to have done. In other words, she understood the assignment. You can hate it or love it. Miss Winter is basically doing what she got to do. I'm thinking that maybe with this, what she got going on stirring the pot, I think it's gonna solidify her spot in the next season. Cause at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say the other people are boring, but Miss Winter stirs the pot. That's what we want to see. Everybody else is all, they all uppity and uptight per se. It is what it is. But we're not saying that we want to see drama. We lying. Yes, we do. We want to see drama. That's what we there for. That's why we tune in. But Miss Winter is doing what she got to do. She pushing the narrative. She's giving these ladies. She's serving them up. And at the end of the day, she ain't backing down. So at the end of the day, they need to get ready to buckle their seatbelt when it comes to Miss Ash. Cause Miss Ash is gonna say what she gotta say, and she gonna tell her how she feels. She don't care who say what. But I'm here for it. I'm ready to see what part two is going to be given. I think Carlos said he had a special guest that's going to be coming, so I don't know who it is. I'm thinking it might be Winter's husband. Why I keep saying husband. Well, technically he is. They not. I don't think the divorce final. But I'm ready to see who this particular guy that's saying that Winter is supposed to be sexing. I don't know, but we'll see. I personally, I'm gonna be looking out to see what part two is given because part one basically stirred the pot, and I like it. It is what it is. I thought this reunion was gonna be a little uptight. It wasn't gonna be hitting on nothing, but Miss Winter came out, and like I told you, she stole the show. Chris and Monique was to the point they trying to save face. I guess at the end of the day, Monique kind of looking crazy, like she's saying I brought her on the show because he even said it. She said she recommended her, but she didn't really think she was gonna spin the narrative like that. But it is what it is, and also people are giving Miss Monique the side eye because they basically think that she brought her husband on there to basically try to divorce him and to make him look bad on camera. She said no, that was not her intention to divorce her husband. None of that is true. She said they are in a perfect space, and most importantly, she is not to the point where they're trying to dissolve their marriage. They are better than ever. It is what it is. We're gonna see what part two is giving. We're gonna see what kind of narrative they're gonna push next. I'm excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm trying to see what it's gonna be given. I already know it's gonna be something good because like I told you, part one was juicy. But it ain't a whole lot to do as far as this because it's only like six couples, and Miss Winters is by herself. But we're gonna see what these couples are giving. We're gonna see what they got to give, and most importantly, what is to be said. And basically, we're gonna be on the lookout as well for Miss Ashley's book. She did have a premiere of her actual book that she wrote, so we're gonna look out and see how that's gonna be and what that's giving. But yeah, these ladies are doing what they need to do. They are serving up, like they're saying. They are the divas of DC. So we're gonna see what they got to give. And most importantly, we're gonna look forward and see whether or not they're gonna, give us what we're looking for in season two. But yeah, you guys, I enjoyed bringing you guys this actual review. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. Like I told you guys, I will be bringing you part two, so look out for that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.